Hey, all you Zealots and Zerglings, it's time for another 3 versus 3 on the map Green Acres. I have spawned down here as the purple Zerg, throwing my rally points all over the place right there. And my allies are Contrarian as the orange Protoss, and Bocephus as the yellow Protoss. And our opponents, we have Shadow as the teal Terran, Link as the red Protoss, and finally, Hitsugaya as the blue Terran. I'm actually kind of excited here because I'm currently in the middle of a build, I've started actually assembling a build for a new computer, which will hopefully put this one to the shame, which I thought this one was pretty nice when I first got it, but really the only thing nice about it was the graphics card. But I'm really pushing this machine to its limits, and it hates me for it. And so I realized I need to get a better build put together, and the parts started arriving just a couple of days ago. I don't know how long it's going to take me to do the build because I have just been bargain shopping like there's no tomorrow, looking for the best deals I can get, and I've already found some pretty good deals, and I've only got a handful of components so far. So hopefully when that is done, then this machine will be screaming, and I won't have to worry about frame rate dropping like crazy. Right now it's holding at about 22 frames per second, but also keep in mind nothing is going on right now. Once the battles start hitting, that is when it just hammers my frame rate into the ground. And then when you get these 4x4s, just forget about it. Heck, even trying to speed up the machine hammers my frame rate, and or speed up the replay hammers my replay rate, and I just can't. Sometimes it just doesn't recover even after I slow it back down to normal, or I suppose at least faster speed is what it's on right now. As you can see, I have not gone for my usual fast expand. I don't necessarily like it on this map just because this expansion is so open, and if there's early aggression, you're pretty much going to be guaranteed to lose it. Pretty much. It depends on how early the attack comes, but a lot of these random ladders, the attacks do come pretty early, so I thought it might be a bit safer to go for, I'm guessing it's 14 gas, 14 pool, unless I screwed something up majorly, which is always in the realms of possibility. No one on our side is getting very aggressive. Our opponents have got quite an aggressive wall up forming here. Barracks on both sides, tech lab and reactor, and double gateway. That thing looks absolutely tight, and even oh no, that thing is not tight. That is just look right through there. Now it might be tight with that one down there. Wow, they're just piling all sorts of buildings right here at the front. If they get we did a good push right here, we can knock out a ton of their tech. Gateway's going down, core's going down, barracks going down. I mean, this is just everything here. If I just made a massive Baneling bus, just destroy everything here, which would be really wasteful, and we better hope we win the game after this core buildings go down. But they got a lot. We're kind of staying safely back here. Looks like Bocephus is going to throw down this pylon here. It's a bit of a fort. That's all the really vision we have on the map right now. Are we? No. I do have a Ling on the watchtower, and taking a position on it. I'm trying to force myself more and more to designate some Lings to go out on the watchtowers. It's the best unit to put there. Granted, if anyone else goes to scout it, you're pretty much dead because there's almost nothing a Ling can take one-on-one. At least not until they have some upgrades. Even a worker will probably take out a Ling one-on-one in the early game. And we do have sentry coming out for Bocephus, which it's a lot harder to get any sort of force fields out, especially on this ramp. And it looks like now I've decided it is a little more safe for me to expand. I've gotten my Ling speed up. I assume I have some. Lings. Do I have any Lings? No, just the Lings I have on the watchtower. But I can quickly make some, and they will be speed Lings. But right now, I'm just keen to get some drones up. There's no early attack, so I should be okay. And my allies will have gotten some units out. Oh, there's just a stalker here from Contrarian, and oh, another stalker just kind of poked out, was looking around. Did he see anything useful? Not really. It looks like we have scouted this base because I did get an overlord over there. And whoa, wait. A very early sensor tower from Hitsugaya, which I don't understand. There's very little chance of a early air attack coming here that he wouldn't be able to defend, and even throwing down the missile turret, so that's kind of an odd choice. I suppose there's always a possibility that I could fly an overlord here, and one of my allies could drop a pylon here and then start warping into high ground using my overlord's vision. It's a common strategy. Not one that we've really employed much yet because we don't necessarily work as a fluid unit yet in these latter games. And throwing out a bunch of missile turrets. My Overlord is going to be able to spot this. In fact, he may even be... Well, I guess he can't quite see it. Yeah, he should be able to see this one when it goes down, however. And it looks like Contrarian is also going to be taking this expansion up here at the front, which always makes me feel safer. Get some quick warp-ins right here and some sentries that are going to immediately retreat back. No, don't retreat back. I want you to cover my base, which I've not really saturated that well, which is unacceptable. And building up a lot of extra resources, which is even more unacceptable. Could even transfer some of these drones. I have way too many drones here. Oh man, I definitely have got to transfer a ton of these over to this expansion here. There's just way too many drones at that main right now. Way too many. And Bocephus going for the Templar archives. Interesting. That's very early Templar archives. Is he going for some fast Archons, or maybe he's going to go for that Storm? We're going to have to wait and see. He hasn't quite shown off what he's going to do yet. Not a lot of units out on the map for us. Our opponents do have some decent armies here behind their wall. They seem to have more units than us. We check the army tab, and it looks like we have about 165, 66 to 120, 30, how about 130? So it does seem like we have a unit lead, but is that just raw units or is that an economy lead? It looks like it's an economy. Most of our lead is an economy. We're about 10 workers up each on our opponents, and that's about the differential. So same in unit count, but we have much better economy going right now, which kind of begs the question: what are these guys up to? What are they doing right now? And do we see any fishy business going on? Nothing really standing here. We got stim and armor. We got combat shield +1 attack and concussive shells here, and no discernible tech from our Protoss opponent. Throwing up another gate. He does have a few gates here. Getting up a second base, though, he's definitely going to want to get some gates up. But he doesn't seem to be really choosing a tech battle. He does have double robo. So that would imply Colossus tech, and we do have Psystorm coming up for Bocephus, and it looks like I have Aspire coming up. I would expect Colossus tech or maybe some mortal production. Oh, he's really low on the minerals. That's probably why he does not have the money for it. And it looks like Contrarian's going to have this observer out, scouting that army there. He's going to scout this army right here. There's no detection here right now, and if they don't spot this observer is just going to get... Oh, he's just going to set that thing to patrol right here at the front door. Going to see everything that is coming out. And it looks like Contrarian, though, he is going to go Colossus tech. It looks like he's just on a single robo. Let's double forge, 3 more gateways, so he's going to go for double upgrades and start getting those Colossus coming. No Colossus yet. Does he have any? No, just a couple of Immortals out. He does not start his Colossus production just yet. And we got Bocephus going to be expanding over here, so all of us have expanded. These guys, they have expanded, not really saturated yet. If I solve my saturation problems, it looks like I've gotten a little bit better here. Yes, this is definitely much. Actually, this is almost oversaturated for here. Oh, no, actually, this is pretty good. Once I throw that an extra gas up there, this is a good number for this base. And if I balance it out from this one a bit, yes, okay, so I definitely have much better balance. I guess maybe I just overproduced workers and just hadn't transferred them down as early as they needed to go. And getting the macro hatch up here, building a queen up there for that because I love queens at my macro hatch. And Contrarian going to be expanding yet again. And oh, this Viking's going to spot. Oh, I did make an Overseer out of that to scout, but that Viking, I do believe the Viking outruns the Overseer, or otherwise I would have gotten away. With Overlord's speed, I don't know if the Viking still wins. He has a speed of 2.75, but are we going to see an Overseer with speed? You know, if that's going to compete. But with the Vikings, I was a little concerned, so I threw up a couple of spores, just be safe. Who knows if he's going to be throwing up a Banshee here. And it looks like this command center is going to move out to expand here, which is pretty standard because he's got to expand somewhere. And I do still have an Overlord here in this position to not see anything but perhaps some diminishing minerals. Oh, I see that SCV, but not even close enough to actually see the mineral counts on anything. But we do have eyes on the center of the map, so we're going to see anything that marches up the middle. So that's not bad there, and if anything's going to sneak out this way, it'll probably take this out first, so hopefully we see that. I don't always watch my Overlords on the mini-map, though, and Dark Shrine coming out for Bocephus. He's going both Templar Pass, Psystorm, and DTs. he even have any High Templar out here? Yes, he does have a couple out here. Do not quite have enough for Storm, but by the time anything gets down those rocks, I think they'll generate enough money or energy. And it looks like I got 2-2 going for my my Zerglings and Baneling speed. So I am expecting maybe some Banelings. Maybe probably because I saw the Bio Army here, and it looks like a missile turret did go up. So I don't know if that observer made it out of there or was destroyed, but definitely not going to get any more observers in there, but hopefully it got the scouting we need. And I got +1 for my Mulisks just finishing up. And yeah, I do have some Mulisks ready to go, but where are there any soft targets? There are definitely other missile turrets here, although this flank is pretty well undefended. And this, oh, Hitsugaya, it's not really, I mean, I could easily supply block him if I take out all these supply depots. Looks like right now I'm going to be trying to expand myself. Oh, just a ton of minerals. What am I doing? I definitely got to use my minerals up faster. This is a frequent problem of mine. But I am going to stop this expansion. There's not a lot here to take out. But, you know, dropping that orbital would be good. But apparently I am not even going to notice it. Just kind of sent my Mulus up there to the corner. Probably did not even see what was going on there. 3 Vikings to defend, but not going to do that much against Mulisks. Not going to do that much against Mulis. And it looks like we do have Shadows going to be expanding over here to this side of the map. So we're slowly cutting the map in half. Contrarian's going to be taking this gold down here just next to Hitsugaya. But my Mulis, looks like they did want to avoid those missile turrets. Didn't take any damage. And they're going to right here into Link's mineral line, where he was already having problems with minerals. Still kind of low on the money. He's losing a ton of probes. He's finally going to pull them out of there, but losing a ton of probes there. And throwing up a bunch of pylons. If I could take some of those out, it's actually not going to supply block him. And he's got so many triple forge right now. Triple upgrades. There's no way I'm going to unpower those. And he's going to force this. Stalkers are going to force that off. But they're both out of position. I saw Shadow was bringing some Marines too, which means it's going to leave his mineral line vulnerable because there's no defenses there. But oh, he does respond pretty quick. Not that long of a path there, but I will get a couple of SCVs without too many losses. And oh, I'm going to find myself a nice little expansion here, which, oh, he needs to cancel this, but he's not going to be able to cancel it. The SCV is going to kind of pull away, which is going to delay his death a little bit. And he's going to try, oh, he's going to try to repair it, but that's just going to kill him. That splash damage is just going to decimate him. There's no way he's going to be able to keep that alive. All he did was, he delayed this dying a little bit. And I'm just trying to micro because I didn't know if they were going to be sending anyone to defend this. It looks like they're not. They're just going to let this go down. And he didn't even try to get that out of there, which I don't know if it would have made it. It might have been able to fly into the range of the Marines in time. I don't know. And oh, he's got all these SCVs just sitting here. They're not mining. He's got no income. He's got no income, barely any income. We are just, wow, we are actually wrecking them in the income count right now. Both my, oh, I'm a little bit behind, but I'm just getting at my third base. We're going to use that as an excuse. But both of my allies, 68 workers, a ton of money coming in, although I don't know where. Contrarian must have just have his saturation just perfect right now, although he is on 4 bases. That is going to help. Oh, looks like we had some Vikings here trying to cause some problems, but not really going to do that much. And took some shots at that Colossus, but he's just fine. And oh, looks like he managed to take this base out while we weren't watching, and he's gonna put a forward pylon there to start keeping an eye on it. And are they going to have to move out right now? We got 2-2 on these upgrades. Oh, looks like Hitsugaya is going to be going for a mega drop right now. Tons of Marines. 6 medevacs full of Marines. Then the medevacs themselves are full on energy, which will help a lot if they stay alive. And, oh, they're going to be pulling into both sides of space. He's just building a bunch of pylons. There's no defense in here right now. I guess they wanted to get unsupply blocked, but he's going to have a ton of Marines in his base here just momentarily. And I actually think I spotted this with my lanes. I was trying to move my Mulus over there to intercept. They got there just a little bit too late. I did see the drop coming. I tried to intercept the medevacs, but instead I just pretty much got them slaughtered. I don't know if I really did any damage. I don't think I did hardly any damage at all. Upgraded Marines, pretty good against Mulus. Unupgraded Marines are also pretty good against Mulus, especially in these numbers. But we have delayed just a little bit, but in the meanwhile, we got all this going on right here at my expansion, and Contrarian's going to bring his Colossus in, but there's a big, huge bio ball with Immortals in here, and it's going to completely clean this up. I have burrowed my drones just to keep them alive a little bit longer, and yeah, this base is probably going to go down, but as long as they don't have any detection, these Colossus are going to have to run back. They wouldn't be able to get back to these cannons. And those cannons overlap a little bit here. I know the Protoss are good with time and space, but I don't think they're quite that good if they can stack cannons on top of each other. And just leave my drones. Leave my drones. But we still have this problem over here. There's still Marines alive. It looks like Bocephus is going to finally get an army over there. Zealots and DTs should be enough to clean this up. 3-2 upgrades. Ridiculous upgrades. Way upgraded Hitsugaya. And he's going to try to... Oh, he does manage to get some loaded back in that medevac. But, oh, taking a bad angle and a storm. I don't know if that storm actually hit anything. Perhaps some feedback might have been better. And this force is still alive. These Colossus here are in the back now doing maximum damage as they try to funnel themselves up this ramp. But there's still not that many units here and a lot of Marauders. And I think they might be able to beat this base down. And they're still rallying, but they just kind of got units scattered everywhere. And now I have Immortals at my natural right now. This attack is two-pronged attack, which is now sort of morphed into a three-pronged attack. It's just absolutely devastating, but I've managed to save most of my drones. But our bases are going down left and right. I am now back on one base. Here we go. Finally, Bocephus finishing defending his base is going to manage to take out that Immortal threat. And I don't know what these Marines are doing. I was like, oh, all those Immortals just got completely slaughtered. Why don't we throw in our two bullets to see if we can take that out? And now it looks like they're going to try to push over to Contrarian with gold, and he just does not have enough to defend this right now. But what are we doing here? I have no income right now. Do I even have any units? I have 20 Zerglings, but I have no income right now. My main is mined out, and I lost both of my hatcheries. That stinks. So not much I can do. It looks like I am able to get 20 more lings out while I'm rebuilding one of my hatcheries, but it looks like Contrarian is going to lose his gold in the meantime, and they're still trying to rally forces over here. I don't know where these probes are going, but this seems to be the wrong time to be going in that direction. But it looks like Bocephus is going to try to get on the ramp, and a good storm right there on those back units, so that they don't just sit there unmolested. And he is going to be able to clean that. Bocephus cleaning up. Oh, and oh, these medevacs just that was devastating. But Bocephus, even taking all that damage here on his base, even lost his Twilight Council and all those pylons, manages to clean up pretty much the whole thing by himself. Yeah, Contrarian did his fair share in softening that up quite a bit with his Colossus, but I don't know what happened to my units. I probably threw them in there early and they all died because it was probably all Zerglings. And I'm going to be rebuilding that third, rebuilding my natural, get my drones ready to start mining again. Because I have some catching up to do, and we check the units lost right now. It looks like Contrarian, yeah, he lost a ton in that. He lost so many Colossus that, yeah, that's brutal. We all have to do a bit of damage control. Despite him getting hit first and kind of a surprise attack, I think Bocephus fared the best out of that. And it looks like Hitsugaya, ignoring the fact that this watchtower could actually be taken, is going to try to take this base without even scouting it. And Contrarian is going to have none of that. He lost a lot, and he wants to exact his revenge. And it looks like these SCVs are going to escape. Oh man, those SCVs are so close to getting absolutely slaughtered. But rebuilding those bases, sending a bunch of drones over there. Probably all the drones that were left here. Have gotten that mining back up right again, and checking the income right now. Looks like Contrarian seems to have bounced back fairly well. I still have some catching up to do, although I do still have quite a few workers, and since I'm only on 2 bases, this is probably more than enough. Unless I take another one, which I don't know which one should be taken. Really, at this point, all the other bases are on our opponent's side of the map, so I don't know if there's a good base you can take. And Contrarian got a little bit of an early warning system here, and the Stalkers are going to blink forward, which could be dangerous. There's just a couple of cannons, and you can do okay at range against cannons, but if there's a bunch of Colossus right here, he just uses blink and has no way of getting out of there or of approaching those Colossus. Bringing in those Immortals is going to do a ton of damage. 1-1-1 upgrades. And it looks like Contrarian now is definitely going to lose this gold right now. He's going to try to rebuild his third over here, but this gold looks like it's going to go down. There's a lot of Immortals there, and they don't seem to be doing much shooting. They may at least have the Immortals focus down that Nexus and it would be gone. The Immortals are just kind of being lazy right now, and a lot of Archons. I think that's a good choice right here. Archons do not take bonus damage from any of these units, and they have a decent splash and a ton of shield points. And with 3 attack, 3 shields, yeah, you better bring those Archons in there, and that will clean this up nicely. And so he does manage to save the space, and I don't know if he lost too many workers, But he just still has a decent number here right now. He may have to rebuild a few probes, especially once this base gets up and running again. He's doing okay. And oh, actually, I want to back that up because there seems to be some action going on over here we don't want to miss. It looks like Shadow's going to try to take this base over here again. Didn't fare so well for him before because I spotted it out while he was building it, and even using his orbital from here. Is he getting a little bit low on money? Well, he still has some decent money. He could have afforded to build another one, but I guess at this point, why bother? There's so few resources. Why would you want to risk taking that? And it looks like Hitsugaya is long distance mining on this now after he completely lost that base. And there's a big push right here. They're going to be pushing over here to both Cephas's gold. He's got a lot mining right here right now. Problem is, these cannons can't see the high ground. If they're smart and they're going to come here, they could snipe these cannons without ever being seen. He needs some sort of high ground vision. Actually, does the watchtower have vision? Okay, the watchtower does have vision. I apologize, but the cannons are not done yet. They're going to focus down those directions. Why don't they focus down the cannons before they finish? And Boseekus is going to try. He's going to lead with the Archon, but the Zealots can't get up. The Zealots can't do anything, but I do see some Templar in there. Is he going to get up any storms? No, he's going to bust down the rocks. But now this would be the perfect time for Storm, and Storm right on the ramp is going to decimate those front lines. And Storm in the back. Storm's all over this army. He's going to try to pull back out, but he took a lot of damage from that. And another Storm. And these medevacs are getting really low on health. If he gets another Storm on top of the medevacs, they're done. But it looks like he's not going to need it. And there we go. Here's the backside with my Lings. 2-2 Lings, which are about to be 3-2 with the Adrenal Gland upgrades on that expansion. He's going to have to lift back off. He can't afford to lose this right now. Cannot afford to lose this at all. And oh, these SCVs were lucky before, but long distance mining is always a risky proposition. I'm just going to hold position right here, let these SCVs just run right through. Any of them going to make it? Are any of them going to make it? Oh, one of them managed to make it through the gauntlet of Zerglings. One made it, and he has almost no hit points left. And Contrarian is fresh off the defense of his gold, is ready to push out. He's angry, he's mean, he wants to do some damage. And I have some Mutos there too. I don't know if I did anything with those at this point. But the frontal assault is on, and what do they have right now? And I'm going to slip right in this middle of the line. Oh, nope, looks like I'm going to be taking on those Stalkers, but they don't really have much of a chance to survive right now. I really don't know why they blinked for it. And Hitsugaya is going to tap out. And Shadow's going to tap out as well. And Link has left the game. So I hope you enjoyed this game, and have a day.